Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ English. In the news right now is Sentinel-6B. It was launched recently from the Vandenberg Space Force base in California. Remember that it's a joint mission between America's NASA, European Space Agency, as well as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It is the latest in the series of satellites that are being launched since the 1990s, mainly by NASA to measure sea level changes from the space. Let's understand in this short, brief video about the important facts related to the Sentinel-B series of satellites. Quickly, let's understand. It is GS Paper 3, yes, because it is ultimately about environment, ecology, preserving ecological marine degradation, as well as it's about space technology. So yes, GS Paper 3. And now let's see what's happening. It is the Sentinel-6B satellite, which is a joint venture between NASA, the Institute NOAA, we just spoke about it. That's the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, as well as the European Space Agency. What's the objective of this mission? The objective is to track the ocean. The objective is to create an ocean tracking satellite which will help measuring the rising sea levels and its impacts on the planet. If you remember, this has been a rising issue. Very recently, it was the International Court of Justice which clearly said that although most developed countries have been running away from their carbon finance commitments, at the same time we must understand it is always the small islands, coastal areas and littoral states that experience the most danger of submergence in the sea. Almost about 4 millimeters has been the recorded rise in the level of ocean water. It is a threat to the coastal areas. No wonder in the news were also India's mangroves like Sundarban and Bhitarkanika, Odisha, where we say it is important to restore the mangroves. Again, with regards to this, the Coastal Regulation Zone, Part 1 was also in the news recently. So remember all these facts because yes, rising water level in the sea is a matter of grave concern when it comes to coastal and littoral areas. On that note, a satellite like Sentinel-B aims at tracking this rise in the sea level. How does it impact the planet, various countries, various coastal areas? Now this is a twin satellite system because initially it was the first satellite Sentinel-6, Michael Freilich, originally the Sentinel-A as it was called, that was launched in 2020, and this one is the second. That is why it's being called as the twin satellite system. The idea is to orbit the Earth at a speed of about 7.2 km per second, with the purpose of completing one revolution every 112 minutes. It will therefore cover and map more than 90% of world's ice-free oceans in every 10 days. That means we get a recorded update about what is being the consistent rise in the sea level in just a matter of 10 days. So at least periodically every month we shall keep tracking the rise in the ocean level. Now, how will the data from this help? It will help because it provides us accurate weather forecast, including storm, flood predictions. Definitely it enables administrators, the governments of various countries to make real-time decisions in safeguarding public property, coastal infrastructure and the lives of people, because coastal areas are extremely prone to various cyclones. In the news also we saw recently that how the Bay of Bengal area is more susceptible owing to its conditions to various cyclones that keep on brewing during every post-monsoonal season. No wonder the coastal states of India are also experiencing that grave threat every year. Now, coming back to the satellite, let's talk about the payload, the structure of the satellite. Understand it was launched by the Falcon 9 launch vehicle. That's one fact. Another is that it is equipped with a highly accurate radar, altimeter. It is developed by the European Space Agency that will measure the height, the altitude of the ocean surface to within a centimeter. That's a very accurate data. And it also uses advanced microwave radiometer that was provided by NASA. So all these are the important characteristics of the mission. And now looking at what are the components? Yes, it has some very sophisticated advanced components like 6 onboard instruments which deal with different areas, different dimensions. Like for example, the satellite has 2 fixed solar arrays. Besides that, 2 deployable solar panels. And it will travel in a longitudinal direction around the Earth in a sun-synchronous orbit. These are certain important features of the mission of this satellite, and it is expected to spend more than 5 years, the next 5 years in the orbit. So we can aim at getting accurate, updated data regarding the ocean level rise consistently, at least in the next 5 to 6 years. That has a great implication on disaster mitigation. Now, significance of the satellite. If it is observing Earth ocean, measuring the sea level change, it will improve weather forecast for sure. It will enable us creating a stronger tsunami warning, cyclone warning. It will also measure wave height, wind speed, and hence will support various oceanographic and forecasting operations. Another thing is that it collects high resolution vertical profile of temperature and humidity in the atmosphere through its GNSS radio. And then it will also help us in improving weather prediction models and climate assessment. So therefore, any data that enables you to be pre-prepared for the disaster will also therefore help you to mitigate that disaster in real time. Help people living in the coastal regions, in the islands, to evacuate faster. And that's the whole benefit of the data that we shall get from the Sentinel-6. At the same time, it will also be of major help to inland waters, not just the sea, but also if you look at various rivers and lakes, it will also be able to measure the height, the increasing water level of the rivers and lake. Hence, it has a great repercussion on protecting infrastructure as well as it is also about public safety. So with that in mind, let's remember various facts associated with Sentinel-6B as it has been launched recently. And now a quick practice UPSC Prelims question. Consider the following statements regarding the Sentinel-6B mission. 1. It is an ocean tracking satellite developed jointly by NASA, ESA and NOAA. 2. It is launched aboard the Ariane 5 launch vehicle from the French Guiana. 3. One of the primary main objectives is to provide a highly accurate measurement of global sea level rise using a radar altimeter. Altimeter used for measuring altitude or height. Which of these options do you think are valid? You can share your answer with us. If you want to know any specific detail, any specific phenomena, concept associated with this topic, you can please let us know in the comment box. Should you be really fascinated by any other topic before your prelims, then gladly we will provide it to you. Let us know. Leave behind a thread for discussion. That's UPSC relevant and that's also welcome. Now, quick reminder about the 2026 prelims Success in Prelims initiative that we are taking here at StudyIQ English. The idea is to give you a guarantee. It's not about giving you a course or selling you any promising program. It's only about giving you a guarantee, sharing a dream with you. Because we here strongly dream that each and every aspirant associated with StudyIQ should be able to clear the mains and the prelims to begin with successfully. And this is absolutely the right opportunity. With few months remaining for 2026 prelims, we announce Success in Prelims. Idea to cover everything in GS Paper 1 prelims, to cover CSAT completely. Thorough practice, revision, timetable, concept clarity, mentorship. No risk, no chance. That's what we believe in when it comes to your success. So join us today. 5999 is the humble price at which you get all these things I just promised you. Besides, you will definitely also get to have conversation, interaction with your faculty, anybody whom you prefer to speak with. All that to be provided to you under the course program. How can you enroll for the course? use code SPLIVE. Join today. Admissions are closing 20th November. So very little time is left. It's very good you make up your mind and become a part of the course, which guarantees your success. But then if you are studying for 27, even for 2028, we have exciting programs at a humble price of $29.99, 15 months plus of rigorous coaching, classroom notes, revision, timetable, counselling, everything in various language mediums. Admissions closing 25th November. Do not forget code SPLIVE, and similarly you can use code SPLIVE and instantly enroll for the course for 2028 UPSC, where it's our responsibility to coach you for prelims, mains, and also to give you some guidance, grooming, personality discussions, resume discussions for your interview in the end. So we believe in being with you throughout this journey. Use code SPLIVE. Admissions for 2028 closing on 25th. A humble price indeed for a promise that I'm offering in return. So thank you so much for being with us.